What's going on, boys? Today we are talking thesis statements as life direction. When you are writing a paper, your thesis statement is the entire point. Everything you're writing writes toward your thesis statement. And whenever you hit a snag or a hiccup, you ask yourself, is what I'm writing supporting my thesis statement? If not, what can I do to make it support my thesis statement? Should I scrap it, or should I get better at bullshitting? In all instances, everything ties back into your thesis statement. It's the most important part of your paper because it's your guidance. Whenever you're feeling lost, you return to your thesis statement to reorient yourself. You need to write a good one. Now, you can apply thesis statements to your life. And I've found being a thesis-driven person is better and more effective than being a goal-driven person. Specifically because goals are measured and flighty. You can fall short of your goals. You can completely fail them. That's devastating. Or you can have your goal ripped away from you by circumstances, by unfortunate luck. Luck so bad you will never be able to achieve that goal. And even if you do achieve that goal, all you have waiting for you is another goal after, and another goal after that. Goals are unstable and schizophrenic. Aside from shitting on goals, there's a reason I like thesis statements. I recommend them. Thesis statements give you a heading, not a destination. Preferring heading to destination allows you to orient yourself in a more accessible way, a happier way, and a less anxious/drowning way. For example, if you try to use a goal to orient your life, you say, is this thing I'm doing right now getting me closer to getting this cool, demanding job? No. Why aren't you doing something getting you closer to getting that job? Why haven't you been? Why aren't you already there? Versus thesis statement. Is this thing I'm doing helping me become a better, more rounded person? There's wiggle room there. Room to be persuasive. Space not to drown yourself in something arbitrary. Another example, a more personal example, goal-oriented. Is what you're doing helping you reach 100,000 subscribers? I had some tasty coffee this morning. No. I threw a bunch of shit in my apartment away. No. Emailed some professors. No. Imagined a story for a couple hours. No. Played some Halo. No. By goal orientation standards, and 100,000 subs is a dream of mine, today was a failure. Now let's look at it from thesis orientation. Does what you're doing make you feel good about waking up in the morning? Had some tasty coffee. Yes, the coffee was very tasty. I could wake up and have that coffee again. Threw a bunch of shit in my apartment away. Yes, I feel a lot better and a lot less cluttered now that I threw a bunch of shit away. I'm able to throw a bunch of shit away. I feel good about it. I don't like cluttered spaces. Emailed a bunch of professors. Yes, it feels good knowing people I respect care enough about me to try to help me reach my goals. Goals are still important. Yes. Imagined a story for a few hours. Very much yes. I got an idea for a follow-up book to the book I will be finishing and trying to publish soon. That's really exciting. I like waking up and thinking about that story. Played some Halo. Halo Infinite is a lot of fun, and my computer, I can run it. It runs kind of like a slideshow, but I can still run it, and it's still fun, and golly gee, is Halo fun. Makes me feel good about waking up. By thesis orientation, today was a great success. I liked living today, and I could go for another. Thesis orientation, thesis statements, are about moving yourself in an upward direction. And whenever you're feeling lost, having the ability to find reasons you are working toward the life you want, or whatever your thesis statement is. Maybe your thesis statement is, become a really good person. How is what you do helping you become a good person? Maybe your thesis statement is, not to stress so much. Is what you're doing stressing you out? If so, what are some other things you could replace it with? If it isn't, why isn't it? Enjoy that. Why isn't it in a positive way, as in find the good things, not why isn't it that should be stressing you out, you lazy bastard. Slow and steady upward trajectory is the name of the game. And with thesis statements comes topic sentences, which I just gave you some examples of earlier. If thesis statements are the things you look to at every moment you're feeling lost, or even when you're feeling good, just to orient yourself, remember the direction you're heading, topic sentences are the pointers of the specifics of what you're doing. How is what this thing you're doing supporting your thesis statement? It's a mini thesis statement. That's where you get to be persuasive. This is helping me do this because of this. Layers and layers of direction. In thesis orientation, at every step of the way, you have guidance. At every step of the way, you have something reminding you where you're heading and what you're doing it for. And you've constructed your own guidance. And you've given yourself, you've afforded yourself the room to make things work, because there is room. As long as everything is building into everything else in the direction you want your life to move, you are on the trail. You are following the heading. And whenever you're doubting, whenever you feel lost, refer to your thesis statement. As long as you are on track, you are on track. And you don't need to worry. You don't need to beat yourself up. But yeah, that is thesis statements and topic sentences. A mission statement to orient yourself around, or to help you reorient yourself in hard times. And room for argumentation, persuasion, interpretation, to appreciate the things you're doing and work them into your thesis statement, your general life orientation. Slow and steady upward trajectory following a heading, not a destination. But that about rippity wraps this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. Thesis statements help me pull myself out of funks. There are other things that help me pull myself out of funks, but we'll talk about those in another video soon. Like if you enjoyed, because it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, because we do this shit sometimes, and comment your thoughts, because I love hearing from you. No specific questions on this one. Say whatever. I do love hearing from you. But thanks again for watching, everybody. We have a lot of fun on this channel, so much fun. In fact, you can write it down on a note card so you can remember the 5-item list, because your brain is the size of a pea. Then you can fold that note card in half and write other ideas on the note card to work on in the future, because you just have way too much fun for one video, so you gotta write it down. That's how much fun we have on this channel, and I look forward to doing this with you guys again in the future.